Alright, what's going on, guys? My bro here with my boy Joey. He just won locals with his Plunder Patrol Brave token deck. You guys see the deck profile? Let's go.
Yeah, so I'm playing Plunder Patrol Brave. So for the Plunder lineup, I'm playing 2 red beard, 2 golden hair, 2 golden hair, 2 of the upside down. My bad. Yeah, you're good, brother. My bad. I'm playing 3 blue beard. I'm playing 3 white beard. I'm playing 1 of the equip spell, 3 of the field spell, and then 1 trap. So for the main deck Plunder monster, this is what I'm running at the moment.
Okay, and what do they mainly do? Like, can you explain this brief explanation what they do?
Yeah. So white beard and red beard has the same effect, whereas like during your opponent's turn, depending what attribute monster your opponent has in their field or their graveyard, that's where you can especially summon an extra deck Plunder monster with the same attribute, and it becomes an equip. And their secondary effect is if this white beard, if he's sent from the hand or field to the graveyard, you can special summon 1 Plunder monster from your deck, but your restriction to only summoning Plunder monster. Red beard is if he leaves your hand or leaves the field, you can equip it to any Plunder monster. So there's just a fast way to bring out your extra deck monster depending what attribute your opponent plays. What the bird does is in the hand, so you have to show your opponent, and while he's in the hand, you target any of your Plunder monster, you put it back to the hand, and you get the special summon it for free. If he leaves the hand or leaves the field, you get to special summon 1 Plunder monster in the back row and defense. What she does is if she's in the hand, you can send 1 Plunder monster from your hand or field to the graveyard, special summon her. If she's in the graveyard, you get to discard any card from your hand, special summon her from the graveyard, but then your restriction to only summoning Plunder monster. Bluebeard is he's just an extra extender to any of the body. If you control another Plunder monster that's not white, that's not Bluebeard, you can reveal it to special summon it. If he leaves your hand or leaves the field, you get to discard any card from your hand to draw any card. What the equip spell does is you can equip it to any Plunder monster. It gains 500 attack and cannot be targeted by card effect. Then you can send it to the grave for cost. Depending what attribute you and your opponent has on the field or you have in the graveyard, that's what you can make from the extra deck for free. That's a Plunder, and it gains additional 500 boost. The field spell, what it does is all Plunder monster gain 500 attack for every back row. That says Plunder. Then you can discard any card from your hand, search for any Plunder card from your deck to your hand. If it's in the graveyard, you can bounce 1 of your Plunder cards, set it to the field. And then the trap card is like every turn called the Haunted. You target 1 of your opponent's monsters, change the attribute, and you can non-target special 1 Plunder monster in the graveyard or shuffle it back to the deck. But the only downfall is if you control no Plunder monster, it gets destroyed during the end phase. It's a lot of wording. So that's the Plunder side. For my other engine I was running for the deck, I'm running 1 Foolish Burial. This is the Brave side. 1 of the equip, 1 of the continuous spell, 3 copy of the spell card that gives me a token, pretty busted. 1 Griffin, and then 2 of the Water Girl.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure people who don't know what this engine does is what the blue girl is. You could send her from the hand or graveyard to add this card from your deck, and then when you activate this card gets you a token, but then you get to activate this from your deck. And then during your main phase, you can search out for any monster that specifically says adventure token in the text, but you have to send 1 card from your hand to the graveyard.
Yeah, broken.
And then if a monster is normal or special summon, you can grab the equip spell from your hand, from your deck to your hand, or equip it. And then what the equip spell does is you could equip it to any monster. But if you equip it to a non-effect monster, you get to target 1 of your opponent's cards, bounce it back to the hand. But if it's sent to the graveyard, you get to target 1 of your venture tokens and equip it.
Okay, that's pretty broken.
And then Foolish Burial is there just to Foolish Burial anything I need, pretty much.
Okay.
And then what was helping me out a lot was just the Board Breaker Kaiju Slumber with the 4 element kaijus.
Oh wow, explain that.
So Kaiju Slumber, so the thing about Plunder is they need attributes on your opponent's side of the field to do stuff. But if you go first, you really don't have much attribute to work with because you're going first. But if you go second, they're also good to break boards. I choose the 4 element to work with, the light, for water, fire, dark. It's because like the light fusion, which I'll get to in a minute. But these 4 elements are very important to break boards and then make boards.
Stand by first.
And then the other board breaker is 2 evening match. Main deck.
I hate you.
Droplet, 2 lightning storm, 2 super poly, and then the 2 triple tactic.
Like the edge of turn.
These are like, if I see this with any of the combination, even with the kaijus, like I'm pretty sure I'm breaking every single board, no matter how many negates you have on the board.
That's scary, bro.
No matter how many monsters you have on the board with a bunch of negate, drop it with Kaiju Slumber and drop any monster from your hand, you automatically broke the board.
Yeah.
So that's the main deck wise. For the extra deck, I'm running 3 Blackbeard, 2 of the Synchro, 2 of the XC, and then 2 of the Fusion. So these are all the Plunder side. So what Blackbeard does is you need 2 monsters to make it, including 1 at least that's a Plunder. During each player's turn, you can target 1 effect monster you control. That's the cost. Then depending what attribute your opponent has, that's what you can make. That's what you can make, and then it goes to the back row and you draw 1 card. His effect is other Fiend type monster gain 500 boost, and then quick effect if he's equipped with a Plunder, you can discard 1 Plunder, target 1 of your spells into 1 of your opponent's spells and trap, banish it, add a monster. If he has an XYZ material, if any of them will be destroyed, any of your Plunder cards will be destroyed by battle of a card effect, you need to detach 1 to save it. It doesn't activate for that one. Then if he equip, he becomes a quick effect. You get to target 1 of your opponent's effect monster, banish it, add a spell or trap. And then this one is, during the main phase, you can special summon 1 of your Plunder monster from the back row or from the hand. But if your opponent activates a monster effect, you can discard 1 Plunder card, negate the activation, destroy it, and then if he's equipped, you get to search for any Plunder card. That's where the Kaiju comes in handy. Because if you didn't notice, they're all attributes like the light, the dark, the fire, and then the water is right here, just in case if you're trying to cheat your way through.
Smart.
Then for the rest of the extra deck side, I'm running this girl. I can't even pronounce her. I'm just gonna call it Generator, a link to. Yeah, Generator. Whatever her name is, I'm running her. She's just there, just to, like, if any monster that points to the pointer can't be destroyed by card effect, and it's like a creature swamp. So I would like give my opponent the Bureau token that's over 10,000, normal summon a 0 monster or a token, switch control, and just OTK them right there. Or take their DP or anything I need. The 1 Amaraj, because it's very important, like for a gold deal, it's like Amaraj is mostly there for, one second, find it. It's mostly there for these, because if you can make this, and if you have this in your hand, you mostly got Blackbeard. It's a 1-card starter to make Blackbeard. For the rest, I'm running the Bahamut Shark engine, because they're all level 4 water, so you could bring them out real easy to get in the gate. And then my super poly targets Mud Dragon and the Predator Plant. For my side deck, I'm running 3 Lancia for the PK matchup, 3 Cosmic, 3 Drolls, 3 Nibiru, and then 3 Deep Barrier. So I'm pretty sure I don't have to explain mostly what these do. Lancia is there for anything that banishes. Like PK is running around with the Brave, so if you could Lancia them right away, they can't really like do none of their effects like that. Yeah, they can make DP, but then I mean DP and that's it. I mean that's sure that doesn't really hurt. Nibiru is for combo. This is for the Cyflock or any back row. Like since skill tree is at 3, this Lightning Storm or Evening Match can easily just get rid of everything. Drone Lockbird is there to stop people from searching and drawing, and if they make me go first, depending what matchup I'm going against, I can just flip it, call Ritual, Synchro, XC, or Fusion, and then they have to end their turn.
Yeah, I'm scared of that. I don't want to play against you.
And that's pretty much that's it.
All right, man. Appreciate the profile. Thank you.
For sure.
Rogue Hero said to make one, so I hit this through and it's take one. Lady Heat with the effect. Stratos back row get wrecked. No one's first turn effect. Stratos search through the deck. My Neo staying honest. OTK weak opponents. Oversoul I came back was 2 turns.